Greetings, YouTube. I'm a fan of the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show. Not a huge fan, but a fan nonetheless. I mean, how can you lose with a film with both Meatball and Magenta in it? And in that film, probably my favorite line is one word: anticipation. Delivered with absolute perfection by Tim Curry. But in my real life, anticipation is actually the bane of my existence. I don't enjoy it. In fact, anticipating things, particularly negative things, really drives me crazy. I would rather undergo a really painful or unpleasant experience, a large one, not knowing it is going to happen, than have to know ahead of time that I was going to have to undergo even very small or minor discomfort or unpleasant experience. And the reason this is from my childhood. As I've said before, I was raised by an alcoholic, and he wasn't very stable. And there were many occasions when I did things that were quote-unquote wrong that he felt needed correction. Now, I actually have no idea if the things I did were wrong or not. My ability to judge that time in my life is somewhat questionable. I had an adult who didn't make proper judgments, raising a child who was in a very chaotic environment. So it's hard for me to tell if I actually did things that were wrong or not. Regardless, he thought I did. He thought I was deserving of punishment. And almost every single time this happened, it was a prelude. He would tell me to go sit in my room and think about what I did and what the most appropriate punishment would be. Now, for a while, I actually tried to come up with ideas, figuring anything I came up with was better than being hit. But of course, nothing I ever thought of was what he wanted to hear. So invariably, I ended up being hit. So after a while, I just sit in my room, knowing what was going to happen, then go tell him I hadn't thought of anything, and I got hit. Now, after a while, the pain didn't really bother me anymore. But the anticipation of the pain, that did. And to this day, it drives me insane. I don't like anticipating pain. Even as I discuss this, right now, on camera, my left eye is twitching, a sign that I'm stressed. Interestingly, when I was a little older, I believe I was in 6th grade, I had someone strike me out of anger. He was a little unstable classmate of mine. I don't even remember his name. He got all pissed off about something, and he punched me. Now, I had learned at home that when you get hit, you don't react, because if you react, you get hit again. So he hit me, and I didn't do anything. No facial expression, no sound, nothing. I just stared him right back in his eyes. And it literally scared the crap out of him. He ran away, because he just could not conceive that when you hit someone, they did nothing. As a side note, 2 of my friends found out about this, were none too happy, and beat the crap out of mankind. So I guess what goes around comes around. The karmic scales were reset. But I still, to this day, despise anticipating things. And at the moment, I'm anticipating the fact that in May, I will begin to use insulin, because I'm rather phobic about needles as well. But I'll overcome it. I'll move through it. I'm just not going to be happy about it. But the anticipation, that's the worst part.